Hello and welcome, and an especial welcome to readers of the Herald. I hope you enjoyed the column on Taylor's Port, and that's why you're here, to come and see me go and try some of these things. I only wish you could be here with me to try them. Now then, you'll remember, if you were reading the paper, that we tried 7 different ports, all from Taylor's, probably the greatest of the port houses, and well, let's get stuck in. Why don't we begin? I'm going to start with this white one, the real surprise. At Taylor's Chip Dry Port. It is $9.99 in Waitrose, Fortnum and Mason. If you go to Fortnum and Mason regularly, beautiful gold colour. This must look like the most beautiful wine I've had this year. Absolutely astonishing. Smell grapey, surprisingly, slightly floral in a way, which is bizarre when you think this is a fortified wine. Lovely. Despite the name Chip Dry, it is actually ever so slightly off dry. It's a nice drink, but I don't know whether it's entirely the sort of thing that we drink a lot of in the UK. So the advice is have it with a bit of tonic water, which I'm going to do. I know this might seem like sacrilege, but I tell you, I've tried it before and it's gorgeous. Okay, it's kind of tonic-y, tonic and spirity if you like anything else, kind of gin and tonic. Lovely colour still. That's absolutely gorgeous. It's fruity and slightly floral, and it takes some of the kind of alcoholic weight away from the port, but it adds something really nice, a little bit of bitterness from the tonic water. That's a really gorgeous summery drink. Sun's just gone in. It's probably one of the first days of spring. I'm in a t-shirt. This I recommend heartily as this summer's drink. So $9.99. I know it seems like a lot for a bottle of wine, but it'll go for ages. It'll keep for a week, I guess, something like that, and you can have it across 2 or 3 parties. Right, very quick succession. We're going to try all these wines. First, 2 tawnies. Tawnies aged in wood rather than in bottle. They are an average age. It's not like Scotch whisky where it has to be a minimum of a certain age. So 10-year-old, some of it will be younger than 10 years, some of it will be older. This, you can tell some of it's younger because it's still got a real ruby colour to the core of it, but it's got tawny around the edges. That might be some 15-year-old wine that's in there. Smell nice, interesting, rather old-fashioned in some ways. It's got berry fruits, a little bit of wood, but not massively so, slightly spiced, vaguely autumnal. Sweet, nice fruit to it, fairly straightforward, not massively complex. In some ways Taylor's aren't noted as being the greatest experts in tawny. Some other Portuguese houses are better, I suppose, in that sense, but actually I quite like it a lot. It probably needs to be chilled. I'm serving it too hot here. And in fact, there's a kind of citrus character that would really come out if it was chilled a little bit, which I would recommend very much. I must write that down in my notes. 20-year-old. So here we got some quite old wines. Now this was an award winner. Decanter gave this a trophy a few years ago. This is $16.99, which actually is sorry, no, that was the 10-year-old. 10-year-old is $16.99 in Tesco's, Sainsbury's, Majestic and Thresher. The 20-year-old, I was thinking that'd been a damn good buy, is $26.99, and it's in pretty much the same places: Sainsbury's, some Waitrose, I don't know if Edinburgh has it, and Thresher's. Now this properly looks like a tawny wine. Lovely colour, quite light and elegant in some ways. Now then, these aren't wines that immediately jump out at you because they're quite subtle in some ways. It's autumnal, it's got a real hit of whiskey barrels to it. So I don't know if people drink a lot of whiskey, you are going to recognise some of the wood aromas in this. But underneath there's a real core of fruit, nice, slightly wild fruits. This isn't Ribena, this is kind of garrigy wild fruits. And it smells like proper, really good old wine. And let's fundamentally say what it is proper, really good old wine. One of the greatest port houses, probably the greatest port house for many people, from one of the world's greatest wine regions. Excuse the slurping, but that's really good. Wow. What do we say? It is spicy. The more complex thing, though, the more interesting thing isn't that it's got particular fruit flavours, it's that it's complex and intense and it evolves, and I'm tasting different things now than I did 10 seconds ago. There's a real range of different flavours there. That's beautiful. That would be very, very nice as a sort of pudding wine, I guess. Subtle cheeses I would have it with. Don't give it anything too much because it'd be too much, too intense for it. It's quite a restrained wine. Beautiful stuff. Oh, now then, on to the real